Okay, glamour magic, one of my absolute favorite topics. Let's get into it. I've honestly been doing glamour magic way longer than I've been calling myself a witch. And I feel like a lot of people do glamour magic. They just don't necessarily realize it or don't do it intentionally to its fullest potential. Hi, I'm Rosa. I'm the Divine Feminine Witch, and I help witches feel empowered through working with the goddess. And today we're going to be talking about glamour magic. One of the best ways to feel empowered. Grab your journal, your grimoire, your book of shadows, whatever you want to call it. Grab a cup of tea or a coffee and sit down with me. Let's take some notes on glamour magic. We're going to be going over the basics today. This video is going to be broken down into 8 parts. We're going to go into what glamour magic is, what it isn't, how to incorporate it into daily life, veiling, sigils, color magic and color psychology, my go-to daily glamours, and then I'm gonna be going through some questions. I prompted you guys on Instagram stories, and I'm gonna go through the questions and answer as much as I can. Before we get into it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. So what is glamour magic? Glamour magic is the art of enchanting yourself or others or even areas through appearance, energy, and intention. It's a form of magic that works with perception. Perception is basically what it is. It is how you are perceived and how you want to be perceived, how you present yourself and how others experience you. Don't get confused though, it's not about faking who you are, it's about embodying your truest, most authentic self. The number one point I want to get across today is that this is not something that you should rely on doing on its own. Doing a glamour to make yourself seem more confident, to feel more confident, may work temporarily, but if you're not doing the shadow work, if you're not reflecting and looking within, then that boost of self-confidence is only going to last for so long. You really have to dive into the root of the cause that makes you struggle with confidence. Another important thing to note is that 2 different people may perceive the same glamour in a different way. For example, if you're trying to do a glamour to make yourself be more attractive and gain more attention in a specific situation, then one person might find that as alluring and they will be drawn to it, where another person may also give you their attention, but because of their own insecurities or how they are dealing with themselves internally, they might perceive you as off-putting or even threatening. So with that said, I just want you to keep in mind you can't control how others are going to perceive you. You can try, but you don't always know how they're going to react. I love glamour magic because it combines the energetic work with psychological work. If you look at mainstream media and how things are marketed towards you, that right there is using the psychological aspect of glamour magic. They are trying to convince you or persuade you into wanting to purchase something or wanting to interact with something. Glamour magic can be used for many things. Remember, it is a way of controlling energy. You can create glamours for confidence, attraction, protection, or embodying different aspects of yourself. It is a subtle form of magic that can be easily woven into everyday life. So let's get into what glamour magic isn't. It's not just about looks. It's not just about makeup or making yourself look more pretty in order to feel more pretty. Because remember, you can set whatever intention you want with it. But it's not just about the physical aspects, it's about the energy within. Once you are channeling a certain energy, you can push that energy outwards and other people will feel that energy. Glamour magic is not a deception. It's not about tricking people into believing that you are a certain thing that you're not. It is definitely not only for vanity. Like I said, it can be used for protection or for commanding respect or for more self-empowerment, or even for blending in when you need to. You do not need to wear makeup in order to do glamour magic, and we'll get more into that a little bit later. And this is super important to remember. It is not going to make somebody fall in love with you. That's a love spell. You can create glamours to make yourself more likable and more confident and give yourself more self-love, and that in turn will help somebody be attracted to you and be drawn to you. Remember, this is about how you are being perceived. But like I said earlier, you don't want to do it on its own. So aside from what I said about including shadow work, you also need to do other spells if you're trying to get someone to fall in love with you, if you are trying to get a promotion at your job. I hope that makes sense. You can incorporate glamour magic into your daily life. The best part about glamour magic is that you don't need an intricate ritual in order to make it work. You can infuse it into your everyday routines. As far as skincare and beauty products that you already use in your everyday, moisturizer or a sunscreen, that can easily be a protective shield, protecting your third eye. Maybe include a sigil while you are putting on your products. You could also simply hold your product in your hands and channel energy into it. Focus on a specific intention for the day. You could also charge your products with crystals if you work with crystals. You could also create a beauty altar where you have all of the stuff that you like to use to get ready every day, and charge a candle with a glamour magic intention. Light the candle every time you get ready. It can also be as simple as including it in your shower or your bath. Whenever you're in there, visualize the water cleansing and removing any stagnant or negative energy. You can also imbue your soaps with cleansing energy. And with that, if your soaps or shampoos have certain fragrances, certain scents, you can use the magical correspondences for those scents, like lavender for self-love and relaxation, or coconut for protection, cleansing. You can dress with a specific intention in mind. Every single day that you pick out your clothes, pick out clothes corresponding to a specific energy you want. And with clothes, you can incorporate color magic. Say, for example, if you've got a really busy day and you don't want to be perceived at all, you don't want people approaching you, maybe you can wear more baggy clothes or more darker clothes to really kind of make you blend in. And that way people don't notice you. Or the opposite, if you are trying to get more attention, wear something that's going to draw the specific type of intention you're dressing for. Say, for example, you're doing something work related and you're having an important meeting that day. Maybe dress in your nicest coat or blazer. Your daily glamours can be as simple as your body language and posture. Say, for example, me right now, I'm over here up straight. This helps me feel more confident and also be able to project my voice better. Where if I was slouching like this actually kind of hurts. Where if I was slouching, then it wouldn't necessarily be comfortable and I wouldn't feel comfortable. And it might also bring down my mood. This is where we get kind of into the psychology of it all, is understanding how a certain image can psychologically affect people a certain way. Daily affirmations. I know affirmations are super popular and you hear it all the time. Oh, if you say this certain thing, then you will really feel it, because it actually works. So affirmations, you want to say things in first person and you want to say them as if they are already true. And not only say them, but you want to feel them. This also gets into the psychological, where if you keep saying that thing every single day, then it starts submitting to your subconscious that it is true. And that then helps you push that energy outward into the universe and telling the universe that this is true for you. And thus the universe will help work things into your favor to make those things true. Veiling. Veiling is an ancient practice found in many traditions, and in glamour magic it is used to shield or control control the energy that you project. It can protect your energy from unwanted influences or negativity, and it can act as a magical filter to allow you to control what energy goes in and out. There's several ways to do veiling. For example, I'm doing one right now. This scarf, you can use scarves, hats, bandanas, whatever you like, in order to cover your crown chakra, and that helps protect your aura. While you are putting it on, you want to visualize yourself protecting and shielding your aura. You could also simply use visualization. You want to start with grounding and centering, and then afterwards you want to picture yourself creating a bubble around you. This bubble will be a protective shield. You can either visualize it as a bubble, you can visualize it as a light, you can visualize it as fire or as ice. Play around with different elements that you visualize protecting you. See what works best for you. I think veiling is super important because a lot of us use glamour magic to attract certain energy, but you don't want to attract all the energy. I mean, if you want to, you can, but sometimes certain energies aren't good for you or sent with good intention. So you definitely want to add a layer of protection over your overall glamour that you decide to do for the day. Let's talk about incorporating sigils into glamour magic. I love sigils. I think it's also because I'm just a creative person and I love to draw, and sigils can be an easy way for you to turn an affirmation, an intention for the day, into a sigil. I did just recently post a video on how I personally like to do my sigils. There are several ways to do them, but they can be easily incorporated into your glamours. I personally like to add sigils into my moisturizer as I'm putting it on. So I'll place my product in with a sigil and then I will blend it into my face. You could also do that with lotions or perfumes, body oils. You could even use an anointing oil and anoint your jewelry. Place your jewelry in your palm and draw a sigil onto it with your oil, or simply just with your fingers. Just visualize yourself drawing a sigil and imbuing your jewelry with that energy. You could also draw the sigils onto your mirrors, the mirror that you use every day to get ready. Some people even sew sigils into their clothing. And with that, you could incorporate color magic as well. Color magic and color psychology. Colors are a powerful part of glamour magic. They can definitely influence mood, energy, and perception. Color magic and color psychology can be very similar. Color magic is basically just going with whatever book of correspondences you have, if you have one. If you don't, I recommend this big ol' guy. It's literally the biggest book of correspondences ever. And in here they have I'm not going to say all the colors because I'm an artist. I can name a lot of colors that are definitely not in here, but your go-to colors. Incorporate those correspondences into your glamour magic. In fact, I'll add right here the common color associations that are used in glamour magic. Color psychology goes a little more in depth. For example, if you have a court hearing for whatever the case, you don't want to go wearing orange because orange is the color of prison uniforms. It kind of gives this psychological perception that you are already guilty. If you need to go into a meeting and you want to be perceived as honest and trustworthy, blues and whites are usually the go-to colors that psychologically will make you be perceived as that. My go-to daily glamours. I'm not going to go into detail of what exactly everything is, and I don't think you should be sharing your glamours either, as far as like what the intention of your glamour is, just because I feel like that kind of deflates the energy or makes it ineffective. However, I will kind of give you an intro into what my daily routine looks like, because I do my glamours hours almost every day. It really depends on my energy and how much I can give to myself. So usually I start off in the shower. I visualize the water cleansing and removing any stagnant negative energy. This also helps me align my thought, figure out what I need to do for the day, and figure out what I should wear. I also have a body scrub in there. It's just a basic body scrub, and it has like coconut, and it's supposed to be like beachy scent, and I use that to give me siren energy. Siren energy can help you with a lot of different intentions. Then after the shower, I like to come out and apply my moisturizer and lotion. With my moisturizer, I do sigils. With my lotion, as I'm putting it on my body, I am saying my daily affirmations. I have my affirmations on a vision board that I look at every single day. Looking at the images on my vision board and reading my affirmations while I'm applying my lotion really helps me feel empowered. Then I like to seal my affirmations with my perfume. Then after that, I have my beauty altar where I have my go-to makeup, hair stuff, and jewelry, and I have a candle. I light the candle and then I get ready for my day. Depending on my day, I don't always wear makeup. My perfume is charged with a transmutation, and I actually shared a tutorial on my socials if you want to go check that out. My lip products are in a little glass cup that I have little crystals in for specific intentions. My nails, these are press-ons. Whether I'm using press-ons or just nail polish, I will hold it in my hands before I use it, and I will set a specific intention for them. I have daily jewelry. I have crystals. They all have specific intentions. You don't have to use crystal jewelry though, like my necklaces. These are also charged with specific intentions. And then my lashes is another go-to thing for me. I get lash extensions when I'm having the service done. In my mind, I am visualizing a specific intention that I want for these lashes to give. And you can do the same for other services too, like when you get your hair done, a wax done, get a facial. Glamour Magick is one of the most accessible forms of magic, in my opinion, because you're already practicing it, whether you realize it or not. The key is adding intention to your everyday routines. Okay, so that was my little intro to Glamour Magick. Hopefully that was helpful for you to get some idea of how to start doing it and incorporating glamours into your daily routine. I did prompt you for questions on Instagram stories. By the way, if you don't know, I do prompt for questions on Instagram stories every single Wednesday. So if you have a question and you haven't been able to reach me, or I haven't been able to respond to you for whatever reason, that would be a great time to get a good response from me. There's quite a bit of questions, so I'm going to try and get through all of them. What is your personal favorite spell to do with glamour, or your favorite thing to do? So I kind of just went over all of my go-to daily things. My favorite? That's difficult. I love the nail thing, but I also work with the moon a lot, and charging specific items with the full moon is one of my favorite things to do as well. The moon is associated with the Divine Feminine. I feel like that helps enhance the energy that I've already set for each of my items that I charge. Any trick to reverse aging or slow it down? Okay, so that would fall under what Glamour Magick isn't. Like I said, Glamour Magick is the way you are being perceived. So in a way, yes, you can, but also you would just honestly just use skincare. And I think adding glamours into your skincare will help you be able to use it more frequently, and that will help you with anti-aging. How do people use blood in Glamour Magick? You can, and you would use your own blood, because your blood is very sacred and it is a very powerful energy. It is literally tapping into your internal energy. You could create an oil, like dilute your blood with oil and create an anointing oil with it, basically. Imbue your products with it, but it would obviously be the outside of the product. I wouldn't mix products with your blood. I'll be honest though, I don't really know of people that actually use blood in Glamour Magick. Do you have to do Glamour Magick every day? No, you do not. I personally like to most days, but if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. You could also create glamour rituals, like more intricate rituals that you would do once a week or once a month. So say for example, when I charge my products under the full moon, that's only once a month. I also like to incorporate my deities into my workings, and so sometimes I do specific glamour spells with them, and that would be on Fridays, because Friday is Venus Day, associated with glamour and the Divine Feminine. What is the correspondence of glitter and glamour magic? Ooh, I love glitter. Glitter sticks to everything and is almost impossible to get off. So think of it that way. So yeah, if you want to magically make something stick or not be easily removed, that's how you can use glitter. What glamour magic works for acne or uneven skin? So similar with the anti-aging thing, that's not necessarily what glamour magic is for. If that is your goal, then you want to learn what skincare products will help you with that. And you can include into your daily affirmations, I have even skin tone, I have clear skin. And as you're putting on your products, it will help because it's helping the subconscious, which I feel like helps remove certain ideology in your brain. And with acne, it's not just about skincare either. I used to struggle with acne severely when I was younger. I had to learn that it also is food and what I consume and how I keep my clothes clean or how I keep my sheets clean. That also affects you. Learning what causes acne and then deciding to change that. Incorporate new habits that are going to help you get rid of the acne. And it'll be more easier for you to want to incorporate new healthier habits by putting certain intentions into it, saying certain affirmations every day that your goal is to get clear and even skin. Have you already done a video on how to make sigils? Yes, I did, and it was specifically tied into glamour magic. That's posted on both IG and TikTok, so definitely go check that out. What do you magically do to stay glamorous? Well, I just went over my daily routines and I don't feel like I stay glamorous. You guys don't see, well, actually some of you, if you watch my stories, you've seen how I look when I'm going to the gym or coming out of the gym. What is your favorite makeup style as an Aries rising? So I looked into what makeup suits best the different rising signs and the different Venus signs. For Aries rising, they do say use more clean aesthetic, which I feel like I already do. I don't really do a lot. If I do, it's either the lips or an eyeliner, maybe an eyeshadow, but I don't do all of it together. So yeah, a bold lip and more of a clean face. That's usually my go-to. I'm new to glamour magic. How can I start? So I pretty much covered that in this entire video, so I hope that was helpful for you. Where do you get your clothes from? Most of my clothes are thrifted. How quickly do you notice results? It depends what your goal is and where you are in life internally. If your goal is to look more confident, if you don't feel confident, then it's gonna take you longer because you got to do the inner work, the shadow work, in order to help bring out that confidence. However, if your goal is to blend in and not be perceived, then that can be a lot easier. Just wear a giant hoodie or whatever is most comfortable to you that also helps you blend in. Wear grays, wear blacks, because that's pretty much what everybody wears, and so it'll make you less noticeable. And so that's something that can give you an instant result. What are some of the ways to incorporate glamour magic into your daily routine? And so that I just answered, hopefully that was helpful for you. So I've been trying to get into glamour and self-love magic, but it just doesn't hit right. And that's probably because you need to do the inner work. So like I said, incorporate shadow work. I do have a blog post on an intro to shadow work. If you want to check that out, I can also make a video on that. Just let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do that. I'm running out of time, guys, so I'm going to try and go through as many more as possible, but I do have somewhere I have to be soon. Can you work with more than one goddess when doing glamour magic? Absolutely. So my daily affirmations, some of them are to embody Lilith energy and some of them are to embody Venus energy because I work with both of them. Glamour magic for protection. So I went over that when I was talking about veiling. Can you do glamour magic while you're sick? Yes, and I think you absolutely should if you have the energy to do so. Because I think when you start doing those little glamours to help yourself feel better outwardly, then internally it will help you feel better and maybe get you out of that sickness quicker. I'd love an appropriate glamour / riches spell that can be done in the name of Lilith. So I could possibly share something. I don't think necessarily riches is something that's tied into Lilith energy, or at least not the things I work with her for. She's definitely good for glamour magic, but it's more for commanding respect and feeling empowered, which in a way can help you financially, I suppose. Glamour magic with minimal ingredients. So like I said, you can incorporate it into the things you are already doing in your daily life. You don't need to include candles, crystals, oils, or anything like that. Affirmations alone can be so powerful. Including a sigil into your moisturizer can be so powerful. Can you do glamour magic with skincare? And someone asked a similar question. Yes, I went over that. Okay, that is all I have time for today. Some of the questions started getting repetitive and others I already answered through the video. Thank you so much for those questions, by the way, and thank you so much for watching this. Hopefully you found this helpful. Let me know in the comments what you like to do with your glamours or what ideas you might have gotten from this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications. And thank you for watching.